Good morning. Rudi and I are here at the fire station in Glen Haven, Colorado. And this is one of the trailheads for Crosier Mountain. We got the 2-car shuttle going. We're going to start here in Glen Haven and take it all the way over to the Garden Gate trailhead. Official start time, 6:38. And we almost just walked past the start of the trail right here. All right, 30 seconds in and I'm already winded. What's this sign say? Crosier Mountain Trail number 931. Let's do it. And in just under 20 minutes, we've made it up here to the Naps Knob Split. And it's right up there. That's going to be Piper Meadows out there. And we're in the Roosevelt National Forest, aka the Roosevelt National Drone Zone. Let's bust it out. And we're back on the trail. Rudi went over and did Naps Knob, and I sat there and I flew the drone. We've made it up here to Piper Meadows, and we're cruising up this trail. Getting some awesome views here. And that's where we're heading next. We're still waiting for that sun to come out. It's a little cloudy and overcast today. I think we've pretty much made it to the top of Piper Meadows. We've been hiking for just over 1 hour. We've come up roughly 900 vertical feet. And according to my GPS, we have come out 1.6 miles. So yeah, we're knocking it out. And we've made it up to the trail split. And I think I remember in one of my older videos, I was complaining about this sign, how this mileage is not right. Someone scratched in a 2 right there. So I think it's a little further than 1 1/4. But right here, this is where the trail from the Rainbow Trailhead comes up. And we're floating along here at right around 8,250. And according to my GPS, we've hiked 2.1 miles. So I don't think it's another 2. That doesn't make sense. But I do think it is a little bit further than 1 1/4. We're coming up through the snow, picking up more and more the higher we go. And this wind is whipping up here. Unless it dies down or something, I'm not going to be able to fly my drone at the top. No way. I'm not losing it on Crosier Mountain. Yeah, this snow is holding me up. It's really slowing my pace down. It's not slowing Rudi's pace, but it sure is slowing mine. My goodness. All right. We're back in the snow. And I think we're going to get snow from here all the way up to the summit. I don't think it's going to let up at all. Yeah, this is slowing us down a little bit. We've been hiking for 1 hour and 50 minutes. According to my GPS, we've come out 2.9 miles and we're at an elevation of about 8,700. I think the summit's up around 9,200 or so. And that last little stretch to the summit is brutal. Real steep back there. Yeah, that's coming up here in a second. It's starting to come back to me now. That sign back there that said the Crosier Mountain summit was 1 1/4 mile away. I think the 1 1/4 mile is out to the trail split that goes up to the summit. And then once you get there, you got another like 6/10 of a mile. So that's why someone had scratched in a 2. And in just over 2 hours, we've made up to the last trail split. And right out there in front of me is where the trail continues. That's the way we're going to take it down. And we're going to end up at the Garden Gate Trailhead. But for now, we're going to take it on up to the summit. And this is the very last part. All right, we're on this final little summit spur trail. And this is about a half mile out. And I think we're looking at right around a 450-foot gain. And 2 things I just noticed. 1, the sun just came out for a second. And 2, there's no snow back here. This is fantastic. Well, son of a biscuit eater. We're back in it. Maybe another 1/10 of a mile and another 100-foot elevation gain. And then we'll be up there and all the pain will wash away as we bask in the glory of the summit. I need to write that down. That's poetic. And we've made it. Summit of Crosier Mountain. And it's windy as heck up here. I've got 3.9 miles on my GPS, and that took us just over 2.5 hours. Like 2 hours and 33 minutes. Yeah, we crushed it. Awesome views. All right, guys. It's approaching 9:50 in the morning, and I think we've been sitting up here close to the summit for 30 to 40 minutes or so. But it's time to go. It's time to head on back. And I was able to fly my drone around the summit there for a few minutes. I kind of got it right in between when it was really windy. But even when I was up there, I was getting strong wind warnings on my controller. It was telling me that it could not return the drone back to home. So it was a little nerve-wracking flying it around. Whoa! And in probably 20 minutes or so, we've made it down from the summit, back down to the Crosier Mountain Trail. We're now going to take this more to the south and take it all the way down to the Garden Gate Trailhead. I think we're looking at roughly 5 miles. There's one thing about Crosier Mountain that you might want to know if you're interested in hiking it, and that is that there are lots of animals on this mountain, lots of wildlife. I actually saw a bear up here one time, and there are most likely mountain lions up here as well. So I would be very cautious about coming out here and hiking alone, especially in the early morning. We're bouncing it across the top here. We got a little up and down, but this should be like 99% down, which is gonna be nice. Yeah, we got the sun shining. We're looking good. We're coming down this thing, and it is quite steep on this side. I'm hoping that we're through all the little patches of snow, aka the patches of suck. Man, those things were slowing me down, just in and out of the snow, which is typical for spring hiking in Colorado. There was one uphill section on the way back here, and we just now hit it. We're looking at about a 200-foot gain in the next 0.2 of a mile. Yeah, we got to get up and over this thing to our left here. And we're topping out here at 8,000 vertical feet again. And that little uphill section right there kind of sucks. Man, but we did it. The rest should all be downhill now. It's starting to turn into a nice day out here. Now the sun is shining. We got the puffy white clouds. Slight little breeze to keep us cool. It's not too bad at all. And we've made it down to Sullivan Park. And I've actually sat on that down tree before. But we have done quite a bit of downhill to get to this point. However, this is one of the most relaxing sections of the entire hike. It's nice and open through here. It's pretty flat. And once we get to the end of Sullivan Park, we're going to hit a big left and take it down the final drop back down to the Garden Gate Trailhead. We've hiked through Sullivan Park, and we're on the final downhill section. I think we're looking at right around a mile or so back down to the trailhead, and probably a 800-foot drop. And we finally made it down to the cave. And they've got this new sign talking about that the area is bat friendly. And you can tell that that's a new sign because it doesn't have any graffiti on it yet. Home stretch. And we're gonna make it. I'd say we've got maybe 0.2 of a mile back down to the trailhead. But my goodness, I am so glad we didn't come up this way, because this is like never ending. And I think our mileage was a little off too. The computer was saying 8.5 miles total, but I think we're going to be closer to 9.5. We're looking at almost 4 miles up to the summit, and then about 5.5 miles from the summit back down to the Garden Gate Trailhead. Yeah, this is no joke. This is a long trail. so close to being back. And that's going to be Palisade Mountain sticking up in front of us there. I've got a plethora of videos on that mountain. We did it. Tour to Crosier Mountain, coast to coast. We went from one side to the other. And the trip down took us about 2 hours and 50 minutes. And I'm getting the total mileage at 9.4 miles. So I think we're looking at about 3.9 up and about 5.5 down. Yes. Pound it, dude. Boom, got it. Nice job. Go Texas. Why don't you park a little closer next time? My God, look at that. It's like a foot. And we're just now re-entering Glen Haven, Colorado. And that's where my car is parked. But we hope you enjoyed that hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.